34, 35 of XN interviews. Joining me, as always, is JX.
Hello.
Um, yeah. So this week we have XanderScar joining us. Thank you for joining us, Xander.
Hello there. Thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah, no problem. Um, so first question. You always pop up in here asking about Miles Morales, right? So I
Yes,
want to
sir.
ask you. I wanted to ask you, what is it about Miles Morales that is so special?
Okay, so this happened all the way back in December 2020. I was doing what was it? Abyssal Legends first time over on Twitch, and I was really hoping for Mystic because I had 6-star Doctor Doom rank 2 at the time. It's like, oh man, please, I really hope I get a Mystic T5CC to take him up to rank 3. And so after everything was over, I opened up the rewards, and all I got was Science T5CC and a Science Awakening Gem. The worst option to pull from there. And at the time, I only had 2 Science champions, Spider-Man Classic and Spider-Man Miles Morales. So it's like, okay, I either wait to see, or I was going to wait to see the rewards were for the Christmas gift at the time, to see if I was gonna like just bite the bullet and rank 3 either one. Ultimately, I ended up going Miles because my mindset was, yeah, he's due for a buff first, right? So I was just gonna chance it, rank 3 him, and I just left him at level 1, rank 3 level 1 for the longest time until that announcement for the buff, and then that's when I started putting ISO into him over time. And after quite a while, um, I just started to like the champion more and more because I was memed on for having a 6-star rank 3 Miles. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna say, yeah, I have a 6-star rank 3 Miles. So what? And yeah, that's the origin story of why I have a rank 3 Miles Morales.
Very nice, dude. That's awesome. And you've put out quite a few videos with him, and one most recently with the Summer of Pain Venom. How was that?
Uh, Honestly, it didn't take me that that long to get the solo. Well, not to brag or anything about it, but it took me what, like 4 or 5 attempts. Uh, I just did it because one one I saw one of the objectives was, okay, with the Spider-Verse champions, okay, this is the perfect time to use Miles for it. So I just went in there, uh just pretty much an endurance fight with them.
So yeah, when did you start playing MCOC?
I started back in, what was it, 2016, like summer of 2016 or so. I got it when I got my new phone. I think either my mom showed me the app, and or yeah, I found it. It's like, you know what, I'll give this game a try, and yeah, I've loved it ever since.
And about how long into it did you want to start creating content?
Honestly, once when I saw people like Brian Grant, Seaton do their videos, it's like, oh man, I'd love to do this sometime. Heck, I even did a like it's probably gone now somewhere, but I never posted it either. But I did like a mock, not a mock, but just a video of like going through was some like EQ or something, like just practicing that type of stuff. So I'd say pretty early on, I wanted to be a content creator for the game.
Very nice. And how did you really find that transition from not creating content to creating content? Where did you really find your niche, do you think?
Um, I feel like once I think what got me started was because I used to play on an iPhone 6s, and at the time it was decent, it was good, but like later on, when I actually wanted to, it's like, oh man, I can't really do it because this phone is so slow, and I don't have good like tech to start up anything. So I just put it off for quite a while until my mom got her new iPad, and that's when I started. It's like, you know what, I'll give it a try on this iPad. Maybe something can happen with this. And so yeah, I just started off on my mom's tablet after like losing my phone a few months ago, and then I got my own phone afterwards, a few months down the line. So yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Jay, you got a couple questions over there?
Yeah, man. So, what would be one character you'd want to add to the game?
One character I'd add into the game. Oh man. Probably. Okay, so my first one I'd probably say has to be the PS4 version of Spider-Man. Everyone's not the biggest fan of Spider-Verse Champions coming into the game. I personally love them because I love any version of Spider-Man. So moving away from Spider-Man specific, I would probably say maybe either Shocker or Scorpion next to the game.
Ooh, dude, that's awesome. I want some more like you Spider-Man, he's got like one of the biggest like rogues gallery, you know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah.
like it's so amazing. And Scorpion, I think even Kabam Gabe on Twitter said that like Scorpion is someone that we could see probably before any other Spider-Man villain on Twitter.
Mhm.
So it's really cool. I'd love to see Scorpion into the game.
Yeah, man. I especially Shocker. I don't know what there is about Shocker. Just I feel like he's like a classic Spider-Man villain that like he has to come into the game at some point.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a giant quilt.
Exactly.
That's something they could do with
Um,
Sonic mechanics too. Like I think that'd be really dope.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
but so who's your favorite champion to play in game right now?
Uh, I mean, it's a toss up from between Miles to Spider Gwen and Carnage. If you see the pattern there, but on it, a lot of it probably is like Spider Verse Champions. I recently got my hands on a 6-star or not 6-star, 5-star Stark Spidey. So I've been having a lot of fun with like using him in these times because I missed out on him back when he was the meta. But
Yeah,
if I had
same.
to choose between like if I had to choose overall, I would probably say Spider Gwen for sure. She's one of my favorites. I just feel like
Nice.
with her, like nowadays, I'm more comfortable with like stand up intercepting and like a lot light intercepting with her. It's smooth animations. Runner upper has to be Tigra. Like her playstyle makes her so unique, and I love that style of uniqueness.
Okay. Nice. What is it about Spider Gwen that really ticks?
It's she's such a cool champion in my opinion. Like she has a whole bunch of I'd say she's underrated for sure. Like if you don't have a good like slow option, she doesn't hit the hardest, but she's got pretty solid damage too. And yes, she does feel fluid. She's such a smooth champion to play that you can't really go wrong with her.
So if someone doesn't have like a sheet or a stealthy, Spider Gwen's your option for sure.
Yeah, I would recommend Spider Gwen.
Nice. Jay, you got one more over there?
Yeah, so obviously, Miles is your, it's your baby, right? What would you want to see from a Miles Morales buff? Just off the top of your head.
What would I want to see? Um, off the top of my head,
I don't
something
know
to
how
see from
many
Miles.
times you've made me ask this question.
Um, something to see with Miles. God, invisibility for sure.
Yeah,
He has to have his invisibility. The way it's such a tricky thing too with invisibility or like the miss mechanic in the game. How it would work, I'm not 100% certain, but he would definitely be like annoying on defense if he had both miss and evade.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Mm.
Maybe they would just get rid of the evade and make it a miss.
Maybe. Well, that'd be
I mean,
interesting.
hmm.
Hmm. Another thing, he has to have some type of like shock damage, whether it be from what is it, like shock, like direct shock damage, like Guardian, or actual shock debuffs. He's got to have some type of shock too.
Yeah, I like Guardians too. I think that could totally work for Miles Morales. Like that's such like I'm gonna play the new Miles Morales game, and you're gonna actually play it with me. We're gonna make a
Yeah,
fan build, and
I can't wait for that.
yeah, the like what I've seen of the game is like, dude, that the bioelectricity is basically like one of the main members of his fighting abilities, which is awesome. It looks fantastic.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Um,
so Go
Sorry, I
ahead.
was just looking at a Jay stream too. He said maybe a new passive combo debuff like Neuro or Plasma that combines poison and shock. Oh, that'd be interesting. Does he actually? I don't remember if he does like poison or anything.
Not that I know of.
I know
I think
2099
maybe.
does.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Spider-Man 2099 has something like that. But yeah, I don't remember Miles having something like that. But yeah, that shock definitely needs either a new type of shock or some form of shock needs to be implemented into him.
It would be cool if he bypassed like electro shock. You know,
Oh yes, yeah, that'd be good. Make him a decent or not decent, but like a
counter,
great. Yeah.
or if he like would gain like a shock charge or something like a nebula, that would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be like a yeah. So instead of like okay, so like say he's kind of like a mini build up champion. Either versus I could say versus someone like Electro that does like that type of damage back to him, he could gain double of some like shock passive on him, and once he like reaches an excess amount, like you'll see in the game, Jay, like if he takes too much, he'll just have to like let it out and deal a big burst of damage to the
Oh,
opponent.
okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, you'll see that in the game for sure.
Hmm.
Wow, my YouTube chat is blowing up, man. A lot of people are like giving out different ideas of Miles's Venom Blast with different
Yeah, that's
functions,
awesome,
Venom
dude.
Shock. Man, you
I
guys got some great things.
honestly, I kind of this is why I wanted to make Miles like my top champion, my most focused champion, was because he is a cool champion and he deserves this kind of love and to be great in the game.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree, and I hope that Kabam does him some sort of justice.
Facts.
Um, so have you done all of your abyss paths?
I've only ever since the first path in December, I have not entered Abyss yet. I've just been putting it off for because I'm missing one of the horsemen for Abyss, which is Human Torch. If I had Human
Oh,
Torch, I would be like going back in there, farming potions, and just jumping back in when I had the chance.
nice. Okay. So how do you feel about the new Cav EQ?
Um, like it depends. Each node. How do I say this? Like I don't mind the EQ. It's definitely nice for, because I use Miles for the science specific node, and with the right one, I'd say like last month was honestly a great month. The last month's node was great for him because with that science node, basically all you had to do was knock down the opponent as long as they had like a weakness effect on them. And with the Captain America Infinity War plus Hulk synergy, it was just a passive weakness over the fight. So I would just knock them down. I'd gain that petrify to mitigate some of the power gain from the science node for the defender, and I would just build up my Furies and be hitting like insane numbers. Like I'd be seeing what is it like like 11 to 15k on the like third hit or second to third hit. Third hit would be like 25k and the final hit would be like 40 something k. And that was like a round assassin.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Um, so who have you been using for the skill?
The skill node?
Yeah,
Um for last month or just because
this month.
it for this month, I would say, Black Widow Deadly Origins is one of my favorites. Shout out to Brendan if he's around. I've been using Night Thrasher in there too. He's fun. Ever since I read the MCOC comics for what is it? Uh Night Thrasher, he's awesome.
Um, have you completed the Cav EQ all the way through?
I'm actually in the middle of running through it right now. So
Okay. All right. So so what are the other nodes? The Mystic node, have you hit that one yet?
yeah, I've actually so the way I've been working it, I've been working backwards, so I'm in the middle of
Okay.
100%ing the Mystic node. The
Okay.
champions I've been currently using for that one are Sorcerer Supreme, Black Widow Clairvoyant mainly, because honestly, as long as I get a reason to use Sorcerer Supreme, I'll take it. She's still fun.
Right on. And the cosmic nodes. Who are you using for those?
Cosmic Node. Oh man, I was struggling for that one. Mainly my runner-upper has been Hyperion. Next up would be either Carnage or what is it? A Medusa, Red Goblin, too. Red
Right
Goblin was a
on.
little bit slow, but he still got the job done.
Cool. And the mutant nodes. Who are you using?
I don't think I've gotten to that one yet. Um, what is it? It's a biohazard one. So anytime I'd use that one, it's just Omega Red,
Red.
Apocalypse.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is, Slay. Omega Red. He's fun on biohazard. I cannot deny that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I used to whenever I was in a Map 6 alliance, I brought a Mega Red one time and he was fun. But yeah, Jay, you got a couple questions over there?
MSD's in chat, man. He's saying XanderScar is a celebrity. Gotta let everyone know.
Heyo.
Appreciate that, MSD.
Yeah, so people are saying you should do a Miles Morales cosplay.
Yeah, I would. I honestly, like, what is it? Either for like, if I ever did, because some people might not know this, but I actually love theater. So if I ever did like a theater thing with some like friends, Dom, I'm also pointing at you too. I would so love to do like a live action like Miles Morales thing. Like if I could get like an awesome looking suit, I would so like I would like work out to get in the perfect shape for it too, just to be Miles Morales.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Time
like,
to, ooh, maybe.
oh, Moose. Yo, Moose could definitely do some awesome work with some Miles stuff. I would love to see that. He just did
Yeah.
Aegon. He made Aegon's helmet for Marcus Pack's Final Path in the Abyss. He did a Aegon cosplay live on stream, and it was so cool. It was so cool.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was super cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
yeah, you guys want to check that out on Twitter.
Yeah, man. Moose has some awesome stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, I literally have a whole collection right in front of me on my desk.
Oh, yes, sir.
Have some more fun.
Yeah, I have a shelf full of crystals and like a unit card and some other stuff like that through Patreon from Moose. It's super cool. But yeah, Jay, you got any more questions? Got a couple more questions over there?
Yeah, man. So, let's you want to talk about the league champions for next month. It was leaked by a data miner, so you know it's a grain of salt if this is true or not. But it's obviously Spider-Man 2099 and Penny Parker. So, what are your thoughts on this data mine champs?
I'm hoping for it. I hope they're accurate. Penny Parker was quite a surprise. I really thought we might see maybe with the latest tease, maybe Sandman. Might have been too early, but
Yeah.
I was thinking Sandman would be coming. But Penny Parker is a welcome surprise. I'd like to see what her like abilities would be in the game. Should be
Oh
pretty
yeah.
awesome to see.
Yeah, I was thinking Sandman's too early just because if you look at the state of the battle road map, there's only two spots for Spider-Verse characters, and it's on the Spider Hero part. So even
Gotcha,
though, you
right.
know, we confirmed that Sandman was built for the contest, you know, so was Nova, and I'm guessing Adam Warlock as well, but it's not the right event yet. So maybe Sandman 2021 is what we're looking at. But yeah, Penny Parker, obviously, I feel like, do you think she'd play probably like maybe Howard the Duck, how they both have mech suits? That's what I'm interested in.
Maybe
seeing.
Howard or something. What like Mole Man? Like gigantic.
Okay.
I mean, that'd be weird to animate. That'd be super weird to animate, though.
Penny would be on the back of the spider.
Yeah. I know she's definitely in the Spider-Verse movie. She's definitely inside of it, or if it does get
Yeah.
damaged, she gets out of it. But she's pretty badass for such a tiny girl.
For 2099, I'm excited because I do love Spider-Man 2099. I'm really hoping if either one are true, there has to be like a Miles synergy with them. Something that makes them a little
yeah.
bit better.
Oh yeah.
Slightly. Let's see. Actually, is it okay if I talk about like what when I use Miles, what I run with him?
Dude, go ahead, man. Let everyone know how to play Miles Morales.
So yeah, like a few months back, I awakened Miles Morales with the 6-star science gem, just for the kicks and giggles. Like every time I saw it in my inventory, it's like, man, imagine if I just like use this awakening gem with Miles on Miles. That'd be so like that'd be so wrong. The more and more I thought about it, I was like, huh, maybe I should just use it on Miles. Eventually, I finally did. I bit the bullet, just did it because it's my account. I wanted to have fun with it, so I just went for it. And the Awaken ability is actually pretty crucial to unlocking his ability because to get at least some damage out of him, you need to be running the Spider Ham synergy. And what that Spider Ham synergy does is essentially allows you to gain like a 6 second fury that gives him like 80 like percent attack rating. It's a short lasting fury, but I found on the beta that the enhanced fury mastery actually helps extend the duration with it because I was able to get off a bit more damage with that enhanced fury duration on some labyrinth fights. And the way you really want to play him is just either 4 to 5 hit combos is how essentially it would work. Because with his awakened ability, y- uh, based on how long your combo is, you have a percent chance on sig ability or sig level to trigger either, depending on which champion class you're fighting up against, you gain a certain a certain effect happen to them. So against what is it? Mystic and pull it up real quick. I think it's Mystic and Mutant. Specialty, here it is. Yeah, Mutant and Mystic, you gain a 70% chance to fatigue the opponent, which doesn't really do anything. Against Tech and Skill, you get a 60% chance to power drain the opponent, and against Science and Cosmic, you gain a 65% chance to stun the opponent for 2.5 seconds. That's extended based on your masteries. And along with the Spider Ham synergy, you gain it essentially throws that out the window, allowing you to use your Venom Blast ability on any champion you encounter. And that's where you get the most of its damage from.
Does the stealthy synergy help?
Oh yes, it actually helps immensely if you actually want to use them on attack, which is like either me and like someone else. The stealthy synergy basically stops him from evading when you hold a block, which I and then additionally, whenever you use a special 2, you also place a power sting on the opponent. That does a decent amount of damage, honestly. Like if you have some Furious up, you can get like what 6 to 7k like power sting damage off of that. It's not bad, but still good.
Uh, is there anything else we should know about Miles Morales and how to play him?
Or
Go ahead, Jay.
or fight him.
Or fight him.
Yeah.
Well, fighting him, honestly, I would recommend using any evade counter. As long as you don't get hit, you shouldn't have anything happen to you, really. Playing him, like I said earlier, just either 3 to 5 hit combos is where I'd end it, like medium, light, medium, medium, light, light, medium, or medium, light, 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 medium is how I usually play him. And also, he has to be awakened if you want to benefit from any damage from Miles. Slaymon asks, can we also get how to fight Miles guide? Oh wow. Is Miles good for Arena? Dude, he's great for Arena. You can slap him in there and he'll do what he needs to do.
You know, one thing I like, when fighting Miles, what I figured out is like if you parry him and only attack him while he's parrying, he can't evade. So it's a nice little feature that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah, just parry like 3 hits and that's it.
Yeah.
Miles needs a buff. He definitely needs a buff.
I mean, he's getting a buff.
So, did they fix parry yet?
No.
I do not. No, not yet.
Well, then I wouldn't recommend that.
I've actually I'm not experiencing as bad as everyone else, but yeah, parry is definitely broken.
Yep. the only place I feel like I'm really experiencing that is Arena.
Yeah, I've definitely felt that.
But yeah. So Hercules and America Chavez. What are your thoughts on those two characters, Xander?
Initially, so when he first was announced that he was winning the buff pool, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I originally voted for Morbius because I first what was it? I first saw him in the 90s animated Spider-Man series, and yeah, I liked him from there. So it's like, hey, I know this guy. He's also getting a movie too, which doesn't really confirm that he's gonna come into the game. Some of those Sony movies don't even have an event with the game.
Nope.
But at first, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, he's cool. I didn't know if he was gonna be either good or bad, because sometimes Kabam does swing and miss with some of these champions. But no, like his animations, they really hit the ball with this one, or what's the phrase? They hit a home run with it. There we go.
Hit the
Yeah.
champion.
Yeah, like when I first saw, what was it, Cam doing his like initial testing, he did a fight versus Abyss Iron Man Infinity War, and it looked like he wasn't gonna get the solo because he ran out of kit charges. But then that immortality came into play, and that's when that's like the way he was able to cheese that fight by just hitting him to extend that immortality duration. That's what's like, okay, if that cheesiness there is what's like, I think I would like to have this champion in the game. And
So,
with go
American
ahead.
Chavez.
Yeah, and with America Chavez, like I'm honestly waiting for the CCP guys to like say just to get their stuff out, because we really know nothing about her ability or like how she would work in the game versus certain fights. But honestly, like her animations alone, when they like announced her with her animations, she looks amazing. She was the champion I was more like excited for.
Um, what else? Oh, you're not a part of the CCP.
No, I would love to get into the CCP. Actually, a little. I guess I'll announce it here too, since this is a special occasion. I actually submit an application to the CCP. What was it, like last Tuesday?
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
get
So,
out, but
hope you get
hopefully I get
in.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hoping.
Well, I hope this interview helps.
Yeah, I hope so too, man.
um, Jay, you got a couple questions over there, man?
Yes, yeah, man. So what was your beginnings? Did we talk about your beginning as the playing contest?
We talked about like when I got the game, but not when I played the game. Or like, sorry, what was the question?
You're just beginnings on playing the game and making content.
Yeah,
Um,
kinda. I mean,
Okay.
a bit, I guess. I mean, yeah, like we talked about when I got the game and all, but like if there's anything in specific, feel free to ask.
Yeah, sorry, I went to the restroom.
No, it's all good.
you're all good. Um, so, if you were to get into the CCP, what would you want to do, content wise? How do you think that
Content-wise,
would help you?
okay, so I set this on my application too. The big reason why I want to get in is not to like promote like flashy content, what is it, like, do like the showcase and gameplay videos. I mean, obviously I will, of course, but the big thing I want to do is like have access to the CCP so I can just rank up, so I can copy people's rosters basically. So if someone's struggling through like becoming like Cavalier, but they don't have this champion, they have like, let's say, who's someone you wouldn't really use looking off the charts here. Let's say they had what? Was it like Mr. Sinister or something? Or Mephisto on the team and they're trying to like get through. I would rank up, yeah, even Karnak, if someone was bold enough to use Karnak in Act 6, I would like rank up like those champions on the CCP beta, and just like see what I can do, if there's anything I can do to help show how to get through that content without having, sorry, Slay, like Omega Red or Ghost or Nick Fury or Doom. Some champions like those, I would go through. Heck, even if I did have those champions, if I did use those champions myself to help them get through, I would still try to show them other ways to get through that specific content without needing the best of the best.
That's awesome, man. I definitely I feel like CCP stuff. People make like it's so limited. I think CT's talked about it how it's kind of like a lot like almost every a lot of people are making all the same content, and there's only like a couple of people
Mhm.
that kind of get out of the lane. And if you go out there and you're making content like I know Cam does some stuff like this too, and it's really cool to like you're like people get stuck in Act 5 all the time, people get stuck in Act 6 all the time, and there are some of those niche characters that could help. Like maybe Nova's actually really good. You don't know until you actually try it
Right.
because no one makes that content. So if you actually help people, it's like super cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Because I took a screenshot of like what I last sent to the CCP. So yeah, like I just want to help people get through like certain pieces of content. If that means ranking up someone that's not good, I will go through it. Like doing live streams of like explaining a champion, breaking them down as best as I can to help them out. Whatever, just to do it, man. Because yeah, like you said, like exactly, I put in my application here. So many people like focus on like a lot of people in the CCP are mostly, well, except from you and some other people in the CCP now, mainly are like end game players like Seaton, Brian, other people. They're more
Yeah.
end game, so they focus like on the top content in the game only. Whereas like if I joined in, I would I probably other people have the same like thought process too, which probably does not make me unique at all. But
Well, I mean,
uh,
if you look at it like this, the last time anybody put out like an actual map 5 guide, it was like what, 4 years ago.
Holy wow.
yeah,
You know.
it doesn't surprise me because yeah, it's like not many people care about like map 5 at all nowadays. But
Or or
but,
I
yeah,
mean I
that's
mean
five.
Act 5. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
no, it's all good. Um, But yeah, I'd also do like champion testing. Like say, like theoretically speaking, let's say I did get into the CCP and I got my hands on Spider-Man 2099 if he was coming to the game. Like I would do testing on, and not as a 6-star rank 3 Sig 200 fully boosted. I would focus on 5-star rank 3 if he's not Sig 200, Sig like what 1 or like Sig 1, Sig 20, rank 4, like 6-star rank 1, 6-star rank 2 max. And like if I wanted to show their true potential, then I would start moving on to rank 3 Sig 200 fully boosted with damage back masteries. But I want to focus more on people that aren't at that level where it's like I don't run these masteries, or I don't have this champion, I don't know much about him, do I need him at this level? And it's like not necessarily. Let me show you why you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Stuff like that is what I want to focus on, because when I see Cam do is like Hercules testing with the damage back masteries, I'm thinking, okay, so he's great at this level with these masteries. What about without him? How good is he then? That's what my biggest concern is, and I'm sure a lot of people have the question too, because not everyone is at that high level.
Yeah. And not, I mean, there's not really that type of access to videos either, like you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Because all they focus on is not to call shots or anything, but all they do is focus on like 6-star rank 3 fully boosted.
Right. And going through the abyss.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jay, you got anything else over there?
Yeah, man. So, do you play Marvel Realm of Champions?
Oh,
I do. Yeah. I recently, like a few days ago, I got a notification saying, like, oh, you have like, it was some type of event, or it was like, claim your like free crystal of like, what is it, like gear and like 300 units. I'm like, wait, I'm at like 300 units myself or so. All I need is like 200 more, and I can get Spider-Man in that game. So I logged on, used Spider-Man, and he's pretty broken. I when I used him, I kept getting like what is it, like four like 4 kills each game or so.
Yeah, he's really good. He's
Hulk shield. I don't remember what it was, Mr. King. It was like some piece of gear, like a random. I think I got one for Storm. But sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
well, first off, I think they gave Hulk Shield out, so you might want to check your mail for that.
Okay.
But yeah, he's actually really cool. And if for you guys who don't play Marvel Realm of Champions, he actually has the root mechanic built into him, which means he roots the enemies with spider web fluid. So it's just a fun little thing that's not in the contest. It left it since the Immortal Hulk event, and we haven't seen it since, so it's kind of cool.
Was it the
Very
Immortal
nice.
Hulk event?
It was.
I
Yeah,
thought it was.
the side event.
I thought it was. Am I thinking of the mutants? Like, because there was another one where, or is that the arcade one where you have to go through like each champion? Because I know there was like an Aegis heavy rogue that was so annoying to fight. I forgot which event that one was in.
It might have been that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just know Root first
you're
appeared
probably
in the Immortal Hulk event.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you play.
So, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, you can go, Exon.
So you play. Who are other? Is Spider-Man your favorite character to play right now?
Yeah, he's my favorite in there so far. My top one is actually a Sorcerer Supreme, and she was pretty good. Yeah, I liked her a lot. Anyone else? I think those were pretty much the only two. What was it? I did the. I think I got like, because they added like what was it? Transmogs
Yes.
into the game, so I got
Transmog,
those.
yeah.
I got the what was it? The currency for those, and I actually got Black Panther in the game too. So
Nice.
I think I'll like mess with her when I can. What's wrong with her?
Cool. So what are some of your favorite modes to play?
I usually stick to the what is it?
There's only three.
Yeah, there's only 3. I did what
Right.
the basic one where it's like 3 versus 3.
Yeah, Arena.
Yeah,
Well,
arena. That's the one I did.
there was the fourth you could play with a friend. There was the strong. What is it? Stronghold.
Yeah, there's Stronghold. So you have Arena. You got the Pinnacle Quest, which is like you against bots, or not bots, but
Right.
PVE characters.
Solo. Yeah, it's you versus
Deathmatch,
everybody.
and then you have World Quest, which is like the story of the game. Like right now, it's the unworthy Thor trying to unfreeze Asgard. So it's pretty cool and become worthy again. Ooh, dang, nice, Jim. Jim has the full Spider-Man 2099 suit.
Oh,
That looks
that's-
sick.
I'm jealous of that.
Yeah, I'm curious if, like, honestly, like, the thing about Marvel Realm Champions is obviously it does cross over at the contest, but there's a reason for it. And a lot of people, because they don't read the dialogue, they don't know this, but every single time Marvel Realm Champions cross over at the contest, we've seen it where the story actually connects to the actually big bad of the contest right now, which is the Chronosurf, and it's something that's been teased since what I want to say April of 2019. So if you go back to the Avengers, that's when he first appeared, the Avengers Endgame event, and then all of Act 6 is the cutscenes are about teaching us about the Chronosurfing, and even in April, obviously that was the last MROC event, taught us the name, it gave us the supposed name of the Chronosurfing by Reed Richards telling us it's an ancient enemy of the Battle Realm, because it seemed like the Battle Realm was built on top of him. And he's kind of trapped in it all around, and it's really cool. And I definitely think, like, with this new Spider-Man event, we had it last month before this Asgardian event, and it was actually him coming to MROC, and his memories were taken away. But he went there and he says that I'm here to warn you. I just don't have my memories because time travel and whatnot. It's just too much for for Battle Realm because time passes differently. And with Spider-Man 29 coming to the game, it's kind of interesting because we have 2099 in MROC, now we have 2099 contest. So I really wonder if we're going to have a little crossover. And what's interesting is obviously the buffs just got announced. King Groot, Venom Pool, and the Hood being rebuffed again. And King Groot has been confirmed to be one of the next houses, if not the next house. So it's really, really cool that I wonder if there's like a really big crossover secretly happening or something.
Like, let's see. When I first played the game too, I guess following back on what you were asking me earlier, I am a big story person. Unfortunately, I fell off like the storyline for the game. But like back when I first started, I was reading through all of the dialogue for the story quest, for the event, for the monthly event quest. I was reading the stories about that too. So yeah, I love seeing the story of the game. I definitely love how especially how it it looks like it's spanning across two different games, and yeah, of course, not many people like that or not going to be a fan of that. But honestly, I enjoy it.
Hmm. So what about MCOC, their story? Do you pay attention to it?
Um, yeah, not recently, but I think I will get back into it again. I'll look back at like the the story of MCC again, starting back with what I think Jay sent me a playlist of the guy. I have to look it up again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll definitely go through and relook at it all.
Jay just put out another video today.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw that. I was gonna go look at that too later today.
pretty cool.
Or was it today?
Yeah, it was today.
Yeah.
I wanted to
'Cause
post it
I-
before the interview to kind of get people kind of. I want to like upload a lot more content. Like I want to be the lore guy of contests. Like I want to be the
course.
guy, all right? Because
Yeah,
like
you have to.
no one's read every event dialogue because like it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I did the Starfall dialogue, which is this one's event quest, and definitely teases for the future of the contest.
I may not keep up with the game, like with the current story of the game, but anytime I come across UJ, I always ask like, oh, so like, what's new with the game? Because I know you read through all of it, and you can give a pretty good breakdown of like what happened. I'm definitely gonna go. Yeah, of course, man. I'm definitely gonna go and watch your latest video on it because before we started, you were talking about like yeah, the Miguel O'Hara tease, it could lead to something.
Yeah, man, I'm
Could lead to something more.
very excited.
Yeah, dude. So what can we look forward to with your channel, Xander?
So, upcoming, I should be having like I think around Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, Monday for sure. If everything goes well, I will start recording the voiceover for my Miles guide because I've got the gameplay now. I finally figured out where I got my gameplay. Shout out to Simula for that one. And so I've got my gameplay for that video, and then I've got a montage of all the labyrinth fights I soloed with Miles coming up, including the kill shot for Maestro with Miles.
Nice. Are you done with Labyrinth?
Yeah, I 100% at that one back in like February. So that's when I met or started meeting Simula and everybody back in February when I was doing my Labyrinth run.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jay, you got anything else over there?
Yeah, man. So obviously, you are the Miles guys, like we already know. Is there any crazy Miles fights that we can expect from you?
Any other crazy Miles fights? Let's see. I think I'm gonna go back into Labyrinth and try to get the solos I missed. With him. Anything else? I mean, if there's another Summer Pain fight where it's not too heavily restricted, like with Venom, I'll try to post another one of that. I've already done Grandmaster and Gwenmaster before. I'll with the current master setup I have on the beta, I'll run into 6.2 and see if I can tackle a champion.
Okay, dude, hell yeah. And
You think you
7.3
could solo the Collector with a 4-star?
Don't tempt me, dude. I'll try. It's just with the beta, I can't really rank up anybody, so it'll just be like a rank 1 or so, and I can't get any ISO anywhere. So, I might try with the 5-star rank 1. Maybe that's equivalent to a 4-star. Next up 4 stars though.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I'll give that a try. Collector.
Hell
Act
yeah.
5. That's not bad.
Yeah, I can see it.
Just a lot of
Just take Venom and run the villain path.
Oh yeah.
Jay, you got anything else over there, man?
All right, yeah. So let's talk about the confirmed buffs. King Groot, Venom
yeah.
Pool, and the Hood. What do you think, man?
I'm a little bit sad to not hear Miles in that list. I'll be honest. But more time for Miles means hopefully it's more time to make him actually better. Honestly, I gotta say the one that sticks out to me most gotta be Venom Pool.
Yeah.
For me, back when I was starting out in 2016, 2017, so when I play this game, I am driven by one thing, of course, having fun, but another thing is rewards. So now looking at it, Road to the Labyrinth rewards, they're utter garbage compared to like when it was first like introduced and whatnot. So I saw like that Awakening gem, the 4-star Awakening gem, the 1K 4-star shards, 5-star shards. Like I gotta get through it and see if I can get it and whatnot. So I went through it, and one champion that helped me out too was Venompool. At the time, he's still 330. I might max him out eventually for arena, but like at the time he had a guarantee, or no, he still has a guaranteed chance to remove a buff, turn it into a bleed on the opponent, and turn it into a pretty decent regen for Venompool. Yeah, his base damage sucks, but honestly, if you can like sustain yourself through a long fight, and if you do slip up a little bit, you can just use that SP1 if they have buffs and get regen and stop yourself back up. So I've had a secret soft spot for Venompool back when I used them in the starting days.
That's awesome, man. I've always loved his design, man. Like, it's actually insane. His design is so cool. If you don't know, there's a weird misconception about Venompool, is that he's a Kabam original, but he's technically existed before he got into the contest. And that's actually because we actually had Kabam Gabe confirm that he had a dream about making Venompool, and after they made him, they found out that he appeared in a What If comic a couple years prior. So it's interesting that he's a Kabam original, but he's technically not hadn't appeared before. But also, it's also like, King Groot is an alternate universe Groot. It's the same thing with Venompool, that that's why he's Kabam original as well. So yeah, it's really cool. And even Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool, I started to change Venompool's design to be like the contest. So I love Venompool, man. It's so cool. And King Groot, Venompool, and now Hood rebuff, dude. It's a pretty stacked month, man. And
Yeah, that's awesome.
and maybe 2 tech characters. Cool.
So the hood rebuff, what do you guys think? Are we gonna go back to like a before? Or are we gonna get a mix of the two, or is it gonna be something new, or what?
I think it might be a mix between the two, maybe along with something new. Maybe
Yeah.
something new as well.
Okay.
Okay. You think he's gonna keep the face seal?
The whole thing started with that he didn't have his fate seal, so I hope they learned and keep his fate seal this time around.
Yeah, it's been a long, like, Odin got buffed 2 months afterwards, so
Yeah.
for him to take
What, 4 months?
4 months is like, dude, it's gotta be great,
He
man.
better be good. Yeah, he's got to be worth it.
Yeah, like, that's
Yep.
When that whole thing happened, I was also on the side of like when I saw him, like, oh, this is like his buff is actually pretty good. Why is everyone so upset? I'm like, oh, I see why. Especially Cat Murdoch was so upset with the fate seal, because that was the whole thing people ranked him up for, was not his damage, was for that fate seal.
Yeah.
So to take that away actually really like demeaned his whole like kit, or the whole character as a whole. I'm like, what I'm thinking.
Yeah, mine sits at rank 4 right now. So
I had him. I like. It's
Yeah,
so
mine
weird
too.
because I like for the longest time I always wanted to take him up to like rank 4, but when they released the rank down tickets for him, I took him down to like rank 2, mainly for the ISO and the goal to just throw him into someone else, and I would take him up at a later time because I wasn't really using him. I mainly use him for, like in arena with the ghost synergy. So yeah,
Nice.
I hope they they did learn from their mistakes to make him pretty good and keep his utility instead of like removing it. Here's hoping for next month.
Yeah. So have you pulled any like new 6 stars or 5 stars or anything like that you want to talk about?
Newest 6-star. Let me see. What was my last one? The latest 5-star was from the 5-star Nexus from the, what was it? The Sentinels of Liberty event, or the solo event. I finally got someone I was looking for, which is a Symbiote Supreme. Finally
nice.
after like so long, because like I've heard and seen, it's like, yeah, Symbiote Supreme is so good. Like he's a great Mystic champion with like staggers and good damage. It's like, man, I would love to have him, but like I had other Mystics anyways that did what like he did, but like better, a little bit better. So I wasn't too fussed about him, but I still wanted him because one, he looks freaking amazing, and isn't he technically a Kabam original too?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Venom the Duck.
Yeah,
I believe.
they're both Kabam originals, and I talked about it in Kabam Gabe's interview. Is that if the new Heroes Reborn comic actually has Nightwing with Venom symbiote Eye of Agamotto, and so yeah, it's pretty cool that Marvel Comics or comic writers are reading or playing contests and influencing the comic books.
I love that. I love the fact that I like whenever like I'm with you guys in a call or something. I hear like these comic book people actually like take inspiration from the game and use it in their stuff. I think that's why this makes this community so great. Is it actually, aside from this awesome player base, meeting all these people, that actually like there's other like words like it's cool to see. It's cool to see these people take inspiration from like I think is like a small game inside like the big gaming universe. It's nice to see it get love from these artists and whatnot.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Jay, you have anything else? I'm sorry.
I think I was gonna. We were just talking. So yeah. Have you? Can we talk about Loki? Is that something you guys? Is that something we could talk about?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
man, I'm down for that. That's
so
okay.
do we do spoilers? Do we want to give everyone a spoiler warning?
Yep, might as well. Go ahead.
This is your spoiler warning.
Spoiler
Okay,
warning for
so,
Loki finale.
Episode 5 is out. What do you guys
Yes,
think so far?
I liked it. I really enjoyed. Let's see, when I was watching that live with Captain Bay, like I was so giddy for it, like especially like the whole intro of, instead of their whole music, they do this compilation of like everyone's voices from like the MCU, and then after that they swap to like what is it, famous speakers like Nelson Mandela, Malala, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but like all these other people like Neil Armstrong. It's so cool to see. Oh yeah, I know Neil Armstrong isn't a public speaker at all, but it's the point is it's so cool seeing all these iconic figures being referenced in a Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, totally. So the introduction of what we think is what I think is Kang, right?
It's a variant
It
of
is.
Kang. It's 100% a variant of Kang. Because
Right,
even
that's
he
what
talks about it, it's like, because he especially what
he's
like
the
got me so
conqueror.
excited. Yeah, as soon as he says like, "Oh, I've been called," like when I saw the face, I'm like, "Wait a minute, he seems so familiar." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is the actor for Kang." That's
Yep.
why it's like people are saying like, "Oh, it's not," or it's like we think it's 100%. It's the guy that's supposed to be playing Kang, but like when he said, like, knowing that he's supposed to be the actor for Kang, and saying like, "Oh, I've been called many things," like a conqueror being one of them, and it's like, "Oh my god, this is Kang. They're introducing Kang." I didn't think they would be like teasing something like this early, but like especially the ending of the episode where you see that statue of Kang in a different like in a different like
In the
time
time
variance authority.
variant, yeah. Yeah.
It's like it's like it's the tease that we got for all the way back in Avengers 1 with Thanos. All we got was just like a look that like he's coming, like
Yep.
he's next.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, Mr. King. That
A little jump
everyone
scare.
got scared of that. I saw him like, well, whoa there, a little bit in my face, aren't you?
Dude, I had
Yeah.
like, oh my god, dude! Like, I saw the elevator pop up, and they reveal him, and dude, it was like the coolest reveal in the MCU in a long time for me personally, because, like, for like just knowing the act, I love the actor, by the way. I watched him in Lovecraft Country; he was amazing.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
heard that. I heard that.
yeah, he was good. And yeah, I love the way like he was portrayed in this. So he's not technically Kang in the way as like 616 Kang or MCOC Kang, and he's not even like He Who Remains, which isn't Kang in the comics. It's like a totally different person. And it's
Yeah.
actually he's kind of like a mix between the two. And what I think is that they explained that the writers explained that the actor, obviously Jonathan, it played He Who Remains, and they just adapted it to Kang after they saw his performance. And yeah, so they said he's a mix of Immortus a bit too, but he's not. They kind of confirmed that he's not actually Immortus. He's not He Who Remains. He's just a
Yeah.
variant of that, which is really cool. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
even he himself says like, "Oh, she still calls me that. That's a funny name." Like he even says it himself. He's not he who remains
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah, he's definitely someone, and you can tell he's been around for a long time. I love like I don't know, I've saw so many people like I think like the coolest reaction is for him in the show or in the show is when he gets to the point where he doesn't know what's gonna happen next. Like
Yeah, he says, "Boom!" We're past the line.
oh man, it's so good.
Yo, sup,
Yeah.
work in progress. He popped up in chat saying, "It's a Mortis, which is just Nathaniel Richards in a different timeline that doesn't become king." Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
it's so cool, man. The multiversal war.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Sylvie
Honestly-
versus Loki to decide what happens.
Yeah, that was also insane. I wasn't really, well, yeah, I didn't really see that one. Like those two fight. I didn't see that coming with those guys like bickering between it. I thought they would both like try to come to a consensus. But
I think he planned that, man. I think he planned for Sylvie to kill him because they didn't explain why her Nexus event happened. It was like she was taken before it happened. So I think he planned to mess with her, to have her grow and be this being to kill him. Like he wanted that. He even knew. He didn't even care, dude. He was like, as soon as she stabbed him, he was like, "See you soon," because he's gonna
Exactly.
return as
And-
king.
yeah, literally too. Like when he says "see you soon," it's like he's not wrong. 'Cause a different version of him is gonna see her very soon. Like a thing I love, like one of my favorite moments, has to be like seeing the sacred timeline branch out into everything. Just something about that. Just it looks so beautiful, but it definitely like you know that's a bad thing. That there's so many branches happening that
It's almost
yeah,
madness.
Doctor Strange is just losing his mind.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Looks so
Yeah.
cool.
What do you think of the new TVA, new timeline, or not? I was actually watching a new Rockstar's video on it. It looks like it's more of like a alternate reality TVA rather than like a new timeline.
Yeah, I also thought it could just be an overwrite because, like, what if like it's kind of interesting if this multiversal war is going to happen super fast or if it already happened as soon as he died. It's going to be interesting to see because we know what Kang is going to survive, but what happens to the TVA of someone who did run it and everything? It's so interesting to see.
Or what
Yeah.
happens whenever these old timelines runs into a new timeline?
Oh my goodness,
Right?
time travel, man.
Yeah. That's gonna be nuts. But
I can't
yeah.
wait to see what comes next after this. Like honestly, I'm super excited
What
for
if?
What If, because
Yeah.
that comes like a day before my birthday.
Oh
So
man,
I'm definitely gonna be staying up for that night.
dude.
nice.
I've been
So
saying they need to do a what if MCU for so long, and I can't believe they're finally doing it, man. And we're getting some amazing stories, even a season 2 apparently. Oh man, I
Yeah.
can't wait to
Yeah.
see it.
Oh, season 2.
And Loki season 2 as well, man. First two
Yeah.
shows to get season 2s.
Oh yeah, What If is getting a season 2?
Yeah,
Oh,
not
dude, that's
confirmed,
awesome.
but all right. I guess it
Right.
was confirmed, like kind of confirmed by the people who worked on it, are saying that they're already working on season 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that. They're like, oh yeah, we're already working on another season. Oh, it was the artist. I saw the tweet actually.
Nice.
Someone was like, yeah, we're working on a season 2. I'm like, wait, there's a season 2 in works now? I
Did
can't
anybody see Black Widow? Xander, did you see Black Widow?
I definitely saw Black Widow. I saw it the day after it came out in theaters.
Okay.
Oh, it's so
Um,
it's so good to see that.
Another spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys.
So with Black Widow, it takes place right after Civil War?
Right after Civil War, in the middle, yeah,
And before the
between
cutscene.
Civil War and Infinity War. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it takes place in Civil War because you have the cutscene. So the end of the movie is right before the cutscene of the end of Civil War,
Right.
Yeah, right.
which is crazy because still like reveals a lot of time is missing.
Oh yeah, that's right. True.
Cyber says
So actually,
muting
yeah,
now.
no, you're. Sorry, Cyber. Yeah. You're actually not. You're not wrong at all. Because if she said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go help break out some of my friends," then yeah, no, that takes place right after Civil War, or like a
Yeah.
little bit after the Sokovia Accords.
Yep.
Like the fight between Steve and Tony.
Yeah, because they get locked into the raft, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about Black Widow? Was it
I
good?
pers-
Was it bad?
I personally liked it. What is it? It was so nice to see a Marvel film in theaters again. I miss that feeling. Um, I personally, when it comes for me to see movies, because everyone's gonna say, "Oh my God, this movie sucked. I didn't get this," or blah blah blah. Like they didn't do whatever. It's like I don't focus more on that. I focus more on what we're getting and if whether or not ultimately I like what they delivered or not. That's all I
Okay.
care about. Now, like, oh, it needs to have this type of structure. Like the writing needs to be awesome. Everyone needs to have some type of character development there, or whatever. And it's like it's too. It's just a movie. Just focus on the enjoyment of the movie.
Yeah. To be honest, I loved the fact that Red Guardian fought Captain America in 1987,
Oh yeah, right.
and then
Totally
somebody
happened.
comes up and says, "You couldn't have done that. Captain America was frozen in ice." So,
Yeah,
which
Turkey.
version of Captain America was he fighting?
You think he was BSing, or do you think he actually fought?
I think he fought. He might have fought Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah, man.
Oh crap!
That's what I'm thinking.
Holy.
So
Can I say? Can I swear real quick? Like holy shit! I didn't even think about that.
So what's interesting about this is that this is what 80s 80 I think he said around it's the 80s, right? So this
85.
is
Yeah,
after he
87.
faked his
Yeah.
death. If you watched Falcon Winter Soldier, so it's interesting if how like what did Isaiah Bradley do after he faked his death? Did he just go into self exile? So it's kind of interesting if he did. If Red Guardian was on a mission and he met Isaiah Bradley accidentally or something like that happened, or if he was BSing, but it would be really cool because we've seen no footage of Isaiah Bradley suited up, and man, I would love to see it happen, man.
That's
That
what
would
I'm
be
saying.
awesome.
Whenever he said that, that's what my head went to immediately, and I was like, "No way! Did that? Like what?"
A little bit
But
about myself, real quick. I grew up watching like movies with subtitles on them, so I can always like easily like see what they're it's like see what's happening along with reading what they're saying. Because I'm bad with like hearing what they're saying and like taking in what they're actually saying. So like during that like scene, I didn't actually know that like Red Guardian was even talking about fighting Captain America. He was doing like, wait, what did he just say? Did he fought Captain America on ice or something? So I didn't really pick up on that right away. So like watching it back like through like, at home with subtitles, I caught that back. I'm like, oh, interesting. I didn't really see that at first, and then
yeah,
like until I saw the breakdowns of it.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, what was another thing that was mentioned? The Budapest
Oh yeah,
mission
Budapest.
was meant. Yeah, Budapest.
I had to.
Yeah, no, that's fine. What did you
Finally,
guys think about? Yeah, what do you guys think about that?
finally, man.
Yeah, at first, I'll be honest here again. I didn't. I was a little confused. Like, wait, what was the mission? And rewatching, like, oh, this was the mission. Then, okay, I got it now. I got it. All right.
You know what's crazy? My brother was found a clip in Loki where, or sorry, not Loki, Avengers, where Loki's talking to Natasha, right? And he said
Yeah,
he's talking about
Dreykov's
all of her
daughter.
crimes, and he says that she killed Dreykov's daughter. So it's literally insane that they've been building the story for this movie for a long time.
Yeah. So, because like as soon as like, where was it? What either I was watching a breakdown of it, or when they said like, Dreykov's daughter, I'm like, wait, oh my God, they said this all the way back in Avengers 1? Holy crap! I didn't realize this.
Yeah. So, and then there's like another cut scene where Yelena and Black Widow are in one of Natasha's old apartments, and there's like holes in the walls from arrows.
That was a nice little callback to like Clinton being in there.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, and I feel like we should now talk about like the biggest thing of the film, which was Taskmaster, so we can like get through with the spoilers because I feel bad for the people that haven't seen it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can also
So,
talk about something else too.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. If whatever it was.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do the quick thing. So, do you know the guy that Red Guardian won the final arm wrestle against was actually
Yeah, Turkey was talking to me about that because it was during Marcus's Abyss stream. Yeah, he's talking about that guy is actually like a mutant
yes.
in the comics.
He's
So I was like, wait, it's an actual mutant?
yeah,
Holy crap!
Yep, he's Ursa Major. Mr. King has the post right there. So
Yeah, I saw that.
the actor on Instagram came out and said like he confirmed that he's the first mutant in the MCU. I don't. He doesn't.
Over Omega
Obviously,
Red.
he turns into a bear. If you don't know who he is,
Okay.
he
Yeah,
turns
I
into
saw.
a giant bear.
Yeah, he's a werebear technically.
Yeah.
What Turkey described.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. It doesn't look like he has ability awakened though. So like I'm really wondering if how are mutants going to be like? What if they're setting up more mutants in the MCU, but they just haven't awakened their X gene yet? That's what Eternals is gonna,
Eternals, maybe Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. More and more, I think Wanda could be that catalyst to start awakening. Like that would cause chaos, right? Like the whole entire world, mutants all over the world awakening their X gene. Like Sunspot's name had his name on the graves of Endgame, if I remember. Oh, okay. I don't remember that. That's awesome.
I remember that. I think so.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I'd have to rewatch.
So yeah, that's just pretty cool too. That they're world building and setting up the mutants, which I really like. And the Crimson Dynamo was also name dropped. He's not a mutant, but he is a Winter Guard member.
The reference of the Crimson Dynamo.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, it's cool. Crimson Dynamo's an Iron Man villain. Is like an Iron Man villain, and he is the father of Whiplash in the MCU. And he also appeared in Agent Carter. And then there's actually many people who've worn that armor. So maybe Armored Wars, we could see Crimson Dynamo as well.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, let's talk about Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Let's finish this up with Taskmaster.
Dreykov's daughter, been killed. Not really killed. Comes back to life.
It turns out she actually wasn't dead. Yeah.
Now she's Taskmaster. What do you guys think?
Of course, I definitely see where everyone's so upset with like, oh my god, they didn't do comic book accurate Taskmaster. And it's like, I get where you come with that, but ultimately it comes down to like the decision of how like the producers of the film use like these characters. I mean, yeah, we might get a different version of of a well-known comic character. Does that mean that's the end of that character per se? We could be seeing him come back, the real Taskmaster.
Tony Masters.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I like it, but 100% I feel like should have been better. And I don't like the way the writers are saying they're claiming that this version's better than the comics. I don't know if anyone's seen that. I'm a little...
Really?
It's rubbing me the wrong way.
With that. I gotta disagree with that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's rubbing me the wrong way. So, I love Taskmaster. Taskmaster's been one of my favorite Spider-Man villains of all time. It's just amazing.
He's a Spider-Man villain?
Like, in the sense that, like, I meant, like, the Spider-Man PS4 game. Like...
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Avengers, like, obviously he's an Avengers villain. That was his, I think it was his first appearance. But, he is just such a good character, man. Like, I love him.
No, I love
like I said, I think the MCU should have built that character to be more like the comics. And honestly, what I'm thinking is at the end of the film, she's actually like she's no longer brainwashed, right? Because of the drug that stopped the brainwashing. I don't see a reason why she would stay Taskmaster, right? So
yeah, exactly. Like I feel like now, especially since Thaddeus Ross has to know about like who this character was, like who this like person is. Maybe he starts moving towards that, like maybe someone could get inspired by that, because I mean this has to be on the news and whatnot, right, in the MCU.
Yeah, you would assume so, like, I mean, or maybe not maybe not
but we could see a form of like someone that actually has like photoreflexive memories.
But you think about it like this: there's a bunch of Black Widow spies out there now, right? Now they can do a bunch of flips and stuff and kick your ass. They're not just gonna like let these people out unwarranted, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's something has to happen.
I think also is like it's called the Taskmaster Protocol, so I hope there's a story around why. I don't think she's the I don't know, maybe she's not the first one, or maybe she is, or something like that. I hope we get Tony Masters, or she does become a Tony Masters. I don't think they just built her up right, in my opinion, but maybe they will, or they're just introduce the comic. Either way will work for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So in credit scene, you see Yelena I'm gonna butcher this.
Belova.
Help me out here. Belova.
Belova.
Okay. Yelena Belova. Got it. You see her with
Valentina.
Just Valentina Val. Yeah, I'm not gonna say her full name. I'll just call her Val.
Oh man, what a mouthful. But yeah, you see them both together, and Val has a picture of Hawkeye and says, "This is who killed your sister." What do you guys think? Are we gonna see Yelena in Hawkeye?
I think she's gonna make an appearance there. I think she will probably come back. And but to talk about that scene, like, holy crap! I think we either talked about this or I saw a video. Like, Black Widow was supposed to come before Falcon and the Winter Soldier, if I remember correctly, before COVID hit.
So it would have been her first appearance.
So yeah, that would have been her first appearance. But since we saw her in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we know it's like, oh hey, it's her again. But in the order of like how it was supposed to happen, it's like, oh hey, who are you? Oh hey, didn't I see you in this film before? So it doesn't matter what like order of events it happened in, but still, like,
Val's up
holy
to something
crap.
suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like the biggest thing that racks my brain is how the hell does she know about Hawkeye and the Soul Stone? What?
Yeah. What do you think? Because I'm thinking like I think it's either Thunderbolts or it's Skrulls. I don't think it's anything else. That's my opinion. I think Skrulls would explain how she got that crucial information. Because like, why would anyone know that? But lockdown Avengers. Red Skull could be a good one. He's kind of like the what's it called?
The keeper of the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Skull. Yeah, that'd be cool. But I think Skrulls could help build in Secret Invasion. These are like the things, or it could just be Thunderbolts, and Thunderbolts have like she's got other agents that are getting that information for her. Because I don't think Yelena is the only one, right?
Maybe she's got somebody inside Shield.
Well, she definitely, because that's definitely her comic thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's a double agent, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because she was undercover for Hydra as Madam Hydra, but wasn't actually Madam Hydra.
It's just so weird. What? Contessa Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine.
Yeah,
my goodness.
Yeah. I think we're seeing the setup of Thunderbolts, honestly. Because, like, with what, Baron Zemo locked away, Yelena, like, her being, apparently Yelena working for Val, by the looks of it, because she says, oh, I want to raise you and me both, sister.
So she's definitely working.
I feel like, yeah, they're definitely working. She's working for her. So I think this is the setup of Thunderbolts, where, like, maybe a post-credit scene, we see her yet again, like, maybe her and Ross talking to Abomination, and he becomes part of the team next, too. And we slowly down the line see a Thunderbolts either film or series.
That would be crazy.
Oh yeah, Dark Avengers 2. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, Dark Avengers with U.S. Agent. And, yeah,
U.S. Agent. Oh god, I completely forgot about him. Oh man, you forget that guy.
Yeah, and I think Norman Osborn too was supposed to have an appearance in Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh my god, I lost my mind when I heard that. Like, it makes total sense too. Honestly, it's not like a crazy conspiracy or like, you know, something that's like an insane a big stretch. It's possible.
I think
we don't know who bought the Avengers Tower.
Yeah, and then if that person's making weapons, Armored Wars could be another thing. Like, just because Armored Wars is going to be all about the tech industry after Iron Man dies, right? So we're talking about like the biggest producers like Hammer, Oscorp Industries, and so on. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the future of the MCU. And man, it's so exciting.
You think we're going to see an AIM?
AIM? That was teased back in Iron Man 3. Maybe we could see AIM return. It's been
I
quiet.
mean,
though.
I'm
It's
talking
been
about like
quiet.
the MCU. They weren't
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, well, they were teased. They just weren't like it wasn't like
They weren't
Hammer where
comic
Hammer showed
accurate.
up.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it wasn't comic accurate like AIM.
Yeah, so I think it will eventually lead to MODOK and a bunch of Super Adaptoid and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Craig.
Oh man, how long ago?
Like I think just now.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Well. All right.
It was
That's
just
okay.
now.
Yeah, I just saw him
Okay.
leave.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. We can. I'm pretty much out of stuff to talk
Yeah,
about.
I'm on
now.
my notes.
Yeah, I think we're about done with the Black Widow stuff now, so we can
All right.
say that we're done.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Xander, thank you again for coming by and talking to us. It was a
Yeah,
pleasure.
man. I've been waiting for this day, man. So great going.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you guys for
Awesome.
having me on.
Yeah, dude, no problem. And if you ever want to come by and spout some more Miles Morales nonsense, you're more than welcome.
Nonsense.
Yeah, man. Of course. Nonsense. I mean, I think like aside from like the CCP people, like Seaton and everyone else making their when they get their hands on like buffed Miles and whatnot, I'm definitely gonna be like the go-to for the buffed stuff for
So
Miles.
Yeah, cool. You're gonna be the Miles guy, like Slayer's the CGR guy.
Yep, exactly. That's
Alright.
what I'm building my reputation around.
Cool. All right, I can't wait to see some more from you, man. And everybody in chat, everybody that joined us live, thank you again for coming by, joining us. Have a great evening.
Take care, guys.
Good night.